esteemed teachers, the staff of this very High School, and my dear students. I am very delighted, indeed delighted. I can see some future Sir C.V. Raman, Santi Swarup Bhatnagar, Homi Jahangir Baba, Satish Dhawan, Vikram Sarabhai. We see among you, I see among you, the future leaders of administration, governance, and so it's always a matter of privilege for me to come and be face to face with. Raise your hand. Okay, good. Now I want you to just relax. Just relax. You think me as one of your teachers. Don't take me too seriously that yes, there is a governor and all. I am just like your teacher. So just relax. This is an interactive session. And I would like to hear you. I like to hear your questions, your curiosity. And in that process, perhaps I will be able to share some of what I have to say. Now, let us begin. Who is the first one to ask the question?
Thank you, sir. Which is a dream come true for students like me studying all over here. With reverence, I would like to ask you a question, sir. Students in rural area are like me on putting a lot of efforts to crack the civil service examinations. In fact, along with our parents, we are doing a lot of hard work to crack all the exams all over. So my question to you is, sir, is technology enough to enable people in remote areas to stay connected with global events, academic achievements, cultural remote areas, to stay connected with global events, academic achievements and everything, sir? What do you think about this?
Yes. Look, technology is something that you cannot do without. Today, please sit down. Today, technology is something which is a part of your life. As and when they sit together, they are not busy on their respective mobile phones. This is a huge problem. So the human side of humanity, the social skill, what it is called popularly, it is taking a toll. Technology is necessary, technology is not sufficient. While we cannot live without technology, we cannot do everything, we must limit the use of it. I find among the young students, why only young, even your parents, all the time people are busy on their mobile. The time that you spend on a screen, just watching something which is not relevant to you, your life, your career, it's just a waste of time. It's a major distraction. And you have to be very, very careful. You must know, you know that for the sake of knowledge, for the sake of getting information, for the sake of even some of your curriculum, you go on internet. Good.
Is paying a visit to a school and interacting with the school children. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence in lighting in our school. All of us are proud that our country has created history in launching more than 125 satellites on telecommunication, weather forecasting, and so on. I would like to know your esteemed opinion about the benefits of satellite for the students' community in educational scenario.
was privileged. You know, last year, 2023, you know that the students had launched a large number of satellites. Not that they had made the satellites were launched by our ISRO. And I had occasion to felicitate more than 50 such school students who had made the satellites. I do not know whether there was anybody from this school. I can't recall. I was delighted to see students coming from high school students, coming from rural areas. When they came and they started explaining to me different parts of the satellites and how they integrated the system, it was music to the ears. It made me feel enormously proud. But look, here are our children. In our days, we only heard about the satellite. Till some time back, satellite was as if it was a remote subject, remote thing and subject. But today, our school children are making satellites. You should be happy to know that in our IIT Madras, there is a startup, Agnipur. They have made launch vehicles. The students, of course, they are engineering students, they are engineers, they are not school students, but they are very young people, young engineers, those who have made launch vehicles to launch satellite in the space. Because you know how the satellite reaches the sky. For the satellite to reach the space in any defined orbit, it has to be launched, it has to be thrown up. Now, mostly, the vehicles for launching are heavy vehicles, very expensive. They are made to launch heavy vehicles that are making several metric tons. But today, when the technology is moving so fast, most of the equipments like sensors in the satellite, they will change in another 6 to 1 year time because the new faster sensor will come. So we have to have new devices placed. Today they need a smaller satellites and capacity to launch the smaller satellites. And this capacity has been developed by our young entrepreneurs in IIT Madras. Satellite is needed. We will have more satellites in the future. At the same time, there are problems because satellites are also creating what is called a space debris. Because these are flying objects. These flying objects, once they lose their utility, their life has come. Then after that life has come, they become dead. They become dead flying objects. They create pollution in the space. They create threats to other satellites which are being launched because there is a chance. You must have heard, might have read about meteorites. Loose objects in the sky, astronomical objects which are floating around. The risk is new satellites can go and collide. Launching. So there are risks. So anyway, these are all. You have any new invention, any move forward, there will be some side effect. So that has to be addressed. These are being addressed. And by the way, the challenge of how to address the problem of space debris, this satellite which have gone dead, is also being developed by some young engineering students based in Hyderabad and Bangalore. They are doing wonderful work. Thank you. What's your name?
Dance.
Huh?
Dance.
Dance.